way this up. And maybe here's ground level. The road is way down there. Amazing. You can really see, you can just barely see the cliff where it's pretty close to. Amazing. Any mountains up there? No, just it says there, trail. Come on, clear upland. You could do that. That's it. And I'll be somewhere up there. Let's find them. They said not to take this. So why did we not take this? Here's the two Goonie birds that went off the trail and are about to plunge 50 meters into that canyon.
Not a canyon, it's a gorge.
Gorge. Look at that gorge gorging.
I hope the rain will fun now. It takes you that lady off the trail.
I told them I can zoom right up to the trees where they were standing and even beyond. They're funny characters. Last picture, just to show the relationship between the glacier up there and its runoff and everything, which goes into the lake, and then the lake empties out here. And then that goes into the gorge. Some tourists are very goony. They stand right on the edge of the gorge. Look what he's looking down on. That whole gorge. Good. Very nice views up here. We're going up to a pass in the mountains, which is going to take us to the Athabasca ice field.
Nice river. Nice gorge.
Here we go again. More ice fields. We're going away fast. David says I should be giving it more time. So let's give this gorgeous area more time.
Look at that pass that we just came from.
Going up a steep hill, and we've had bikers passing us a lot. Well, not passing us going up the hill, but lots of bikers. Enough time?
Look at that view.
Mom, why are you slipping backwards?
So I can get the whole mountain top. In front of us are two mountains which are supposed to be prime examples of the syncline, whatever a syncline is. What we think it means is when the mountains crash together or the continents crash together, the tectonic plates of the earth, the mountains that formed the Rockies, and it formed them by crumpling up the earth and the rock and everything. So that some mountains are jutting up on end or on angles. Some are straight up in the air, some are flat, all sorts of different deals.
Some are diagonal.
The 40 miles an hour in this, what would the huntsman be doing on this hill? In first gear doing 20 miles an hour.
Outside of that big window. Isn't that a pretty scene? Came around the curve and there are more mountains. be the Athabasca.
Nah.
I don't think it's the Columbia ice field yet. Look at that. What does this sign say?
This is Hilda Creek. Youth Hostel.
It's open.
Look at that nice icing. Great. I don't know if this is the Columbia ice field yet. That was Saskatchewan Glacier, the last one I showed.
What does this say?
And we're going towards the Columbia ice field, but I don't know if
Well,
it's
you're
here
entering
yet.
Jasper Park.
That must be the ice field. Columbia ice field. Okay, video, focus in. Not focusing yet. Maybe it's because I'm jiggling all over the place.
I'm not sure how good these are going to be for the car.
May not be the greatest. There's a whole sheet of ice across the top of the mountain. I don't know if it's visible in the video. This is the Columbia ice field. A giant, giant glacier. And we're going for a 5-hour walk across it. Wow! This is where we're going. Athabasca Glacier. Tells a little about it. And there it is on the map. We're all dressed in winter clothes. And we're going with a guide for a 5-hour nature walk. Up there, where it's icy. There's the V dress for winter. There's Shy dress for winter. Look at the odd ice formations. This is from a little closer. This is called a mill well. What's this? Water's flowing down from here. Going to there. How deep did you say it was, Bobby?
80 or 90 meters.
80 or 90 meters.
Should just go down that much.
Here's where we walked. How long has it taken us, David, to walk so far?
Around 3 hours.
3 hours?
2.5 hours.
Just walking up there,
2.5.
looking at holes in the ice. There are those strange buses out there
We're not
with
buses,
giant wheels.
snowmobiles.
That take people on trips across the ice. So we walked across all that ice. And then we walked across rock-covered glacier and snow and more rock-covered glacier until we came to this moraine. Here's our motley crew. Out there is the beginning of the Columbia ice field, which feeds all these glaciers. There's a solid field of ice. It's large, 25 kilometers long. I don't remember how wide. Over there is one of the glaciers with a mountain that you can climb apparently. Not that we can climb, but that you can climb. And here's another glacier. Let's see if you can see our hotel. No, you can't see it anymore. You can see the valley we came from, but the hotel's hidden. Let's take a closer look at this glacier. That's the start of the glacier at the top of the uppermost step. And from there on, it's the Columbia ice field. We're sitting on a windy ledge. Let's look at the pretty glaciers up above. My men are at it again. We just came back from a 5 or 6 hour guided walk on Athabasca Glacier in the Columbia ice field, coming off the Columbia ice field. It was fantastic, hiking across the glacier and everything.
Just tell me, how much do you think we should cut it?
A little bit.
And we're in Wilcox Campground. This is our camp spot. There's the view from it. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, here's the campground, and here's the vehicle. Nice, huh?
Let me try it.
This is a female elk. Hidden back in the tree, there's some more. There's another one. We're now just outside Jasper, going to Mount Edith Cavell for a 3-hour hike. And we came up, we left at about 6:30 this morning for a wonderful campground we were in, where we had a wonderful evening campfire. And now we got a spot in a campground that has 700 sites, but you don't feel it really because we're in the forest and they're separated. Isn't that nice? Nice way to start the morning. This is where we're hiking today. It's what date? Let's see if we can find the date. There it is. 29. There's the top of the mountain. See if I can get the glacier that's up here. There it is. There's the glacier. And we're going to take a walk, I think, in that direction. And this is the other direction.
How's everybody today?
Calgary, not local.
Yeah, no, we've been here
Lots of times. Have you been with an interpreter?
Nope, never to
Okay.
walked up the lake.
Oh, lots of times. Good. So you're going to do the meadow today?
It's a strange colored lake. But the melt-off lakes from the glaciers. We've been walking through all these rocks. You can see the size of them. This is glacial moraine. There's rocks that have been chopped off the mountain and pushed aside by the glacier.
Yeah, I thought we were going to take them too.
Up there, which used to be a lot larger. And pushes rocks to the side and then pushes rocks in front of it, which is called the terminal moraine. At the end of this moraine, we're going to go into the forest. Look at the massiveness of this rock pile. You can see exactly where the glacier ended. It was right at this cliff. And there's forest on the other side.
We've got 2 marmots over here right now.
I don't know if you can see the marmots up there, but they're on that rock.
They're a pretty incredible animal. Now when you hear Whistler's Mountain in this
You
area,
see the marmots fighting
now
out
if we
there?
don't see
I
it
am
with the
zoomed in all
group,
the way.
on your way back, sit. Just sit
Look
and
at them
watch.
fighting
You'll
up there.
probably see this little pika show up. Now pika, the nickname for it is rock rabbit, and we're going to get a lot of rain.
That's the marmot sitting on top of the rock there. Right near the top of the
That's
tree.
pretty nice. Okay. Oh, and you know how I was talking about black? No. There's a lot of varieties.
These are beautiful
The
little
question
white
is, how many
flowers.
varieties of lichens are there?
Bell-shaped.
There's the black ones,
Covering
there's
this
several
area.
kinds of black ones. There's a couple of green ones. There's some orange ones that like the limestone. There's a really yellowier one, and that's only of the crustose lichens. These lichens are crustose, like we call them dog's tongue. They look like big leaves on the ground, or dog's tongues.
0 doesn't count?
Here's our guide, an interpreter.
So did you all get to see the pica real well? Oh,
Yeah.
super.
And here's the forest we're about to enter, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, it's a kind of an anemone, and Canada anemone is one name for it. Okay. These beautiful little white bells are heathers. Yeah.
Heather?
And the pink bells are pink heather, white heather, pink heather.
This
These
is Heather now.
closed,
Didn't they look like this?
yellowy bells that are closed at one end, a bit more like an urn, are called Yellow Mountain Heath. Heath.
I did it yesterday.
H-E-A-T-H. So heath and heather.
Look at these
And when you
bells.
sit down
cute.
and just look, you can see that there's a lot of plants all intermingled. Some of them still aren't in bloom yet. So okay. And we'll be passing a lot more flowers. This one you'll see a lot along the trail. Bend down when you get to a spot where there's some close to you and smell them. It's Valeria, and it's a beautiful smell. Okay?
Yellow flower. Arnica.
Oh, that's a heart-leafed arnica. Okay, heart-leafed arnica is the yellow one.
What is there an official name for that tall, fuzzy thing?
Canada anemone, and the Latin name. When we sit down at lunch, I'll look up the Latin name because.
Let's look around again. Here's the glacier. Here's the moraine. And there's the mountain above us. And here's the forest. There's the glacier through the trees and the runoff. And look at that lake. Good for swimming with all that snow in it, right?
Pretty nice view. When you look at that meltwater stream, it disappears. And one of the things that happens quite often, ice next to rock, is you get what's called a bergschrund. And what it is that just in the little 14 years I've been here, the face
This
of
is
this
also a
ice,
glacier.
you could only
You can see
usually
the
ever
ice
see where
at
that
this level.
high cone is, where the ice
We're entering the forest. That's that curly-headed sheep ahead of me. It's the blue-den area for winter snow and wind.
Well, maybe they've got lots of moisture. I don't know. Yeah. But I haven't counted. If anybody counts them again, I wouldn't mind because that seems low to me. I think something that happens to the trees in this area, they don't always put out a whirl of branches, but they should always put out an annual root. So I don't know. They do further south, but it's too cold up here. So some of the little trees, you can count how old they are, or the minimum age the trees are by counting how many whorls of branches there are. But sometimes they might not put a whorl, but they should always put out an annual ring, though sometimes it might be pretty small. There was a really, really, really big windstorm, the biggest they had had here for 100 years, about 3 years ago. And it swept through the area to close, really important zone in the park. It makes up 40 to 50% of the park. The alpine is
That's
that
a subalpine
zone that I'll
forest you're
point
talking
out
about.
when we're a little bit, when the trees just can't go on anymore. It's the zone above that. It's the land where trees don't grow, and it makes up about 40% of the park. And that valley zone is only 10, 15, 20% of the park. The year they use them. The valley bottom zone this is the northern limit of that montane life zone. And if we didn't have it, we wouldn't have cougar or elk or deer. Snow off. You don't have to hold it all. Snow just bounces off. In that cut down area, a lot of that was that subalpine fir, and it smells so nice. Those blisters, the sap of that's really great. Now here, I've got a branch of the spruce tree. Oh, the subalpine fir has got flat needles, very smooth. You bump into it, doesn't hurt you. Smooth bark. The spruce, welcome to.
Look at this scene. They're casually going across the road. It's morning again. Let's find the date. Here's the date. And we're on our way for a walk in Milan Canyon. This is a beautiful canyon. We really enjoyed the Jasper campsite. It was gigantic, 700 sites for campers. But you weren't aware of them. It was in the woods, and you were just in your loop. You saw a few campers, and that's it. So today we're going to go up the gondola to the top of the mountain, too, and we're going to go see Athabasca Falls, and we're going to see San Wapta Falls.
Why don't you come a little closer?
All right. Oh, yeah, I hope I wasn't recording all that time. I'm on Zoom.
Yeah.
They're filling 2/3 of the screen.
Oh, good.
Where'd the others go?
Over there.
Here they are.
Can I see when you get done?
Sure.
There's
These
a
are the
mountain
goats, or are
goat.
these the
Actually, it's a
female
bighorn
sheep?
sheep.
No, these are mountain goats. Look at their horns.
But they talk about brown. Here's where we're heading this morning. Come on.
Did you hear us say it might be nice to stop at the campground by the Columbia Ice Fields? If the timing is right?
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful wooded road going out to the canyon. That was fun seeing those bighorn goats. Or female bighorn. Oh, sorry, bighorn sheep. I can't even say it. I think they curly-haired sheep better. Yeah, the male of this species is really the more interesting one. Now we're at Milan or Milan Canyon. There's the sun shining on this beautiful day. Let's go down the canyon. And down the canyon. And down the canyon. And further down the canyon. And there's the water. It really is beautiful. We're going to go over a series of bridges and see this.
Look, if you look in the river, there's no shade. A little bit below it. Yeah.
Really is nice. This is what we're looking at. Do you see that depth there? Let's look again.
Don't stop, just record.
Depth, 50 meters. Let's look at... My God, I wasn't on record. That means I was on record before. Here's the canyon again. This is looking the opposite way off the same bridge. There's the water way down there.
You sure you're on the button?
Way down there. Of course I'm on record. I haven't made that mistake much, I think.
Then did you take a picture of the sun?
I don't know, I'm going to take it again just in case I didn't take a picture. Okay, sign, are you ready for us? Here we go. Depth 50 meters. In the bridge. We're further down the canyon now. And the water has gotten very rapidly strong. It's nice beach here. We walked down a lot. The deepest part was at the beginning. The color of the water is beautiful. Can't see it here. Maybe down there. That water's not moving very fast, is it? That's seeing from the other side, that he wants to climb down and get that money that people are throwing there.
What a bad shot. I want to see you there. Really, you did.
You did it? Papa did it! He got the money on the leg. Even just walking along here, it's beautiful. Look at those nice animals you see first thing in the morning. They're even clean animals, so we got to a laundromat yesterday and to a shower. Isn't that amazing? It's a beautiful walk here. Are you ready for an elevator ride? First floor, second floor, basement, sub-basement, and down we go to the water level. Can you see it over here? Not really. Just over there.
And we'll see.
There's maybe too much of it and maybe too many short sections, but we'll see.
You're going to learn from this trip.
Yeah, exactly. The same I have to learn on the trip, but that's the way it is.
But that was also good about the video. It's not costing you anything. And then when you dub over to a big cassette, you have your choice to do all the editing you want to.
Yeah, it's a beautiful canyon. I hope it comes out in the video like we're seeing it. Because I'm just seeing it black and white and it's hard to tell. Look at the power of this water. A giant tree is being thrown around. Blowing like crazy in this area. I would like to go whitewater rafting all night. Isn't that fun? There are my bighorn sheep. We'll go for swimming. It's probably about 5 degrees here. Centigrade. And it is swimming. I want this water in Israel. Yeah, that giant tree that was being moved down there. Here's the other end of it. There's the canyon. And there's where it started out. And we catch up to those animals. We're on our way now to the fifth bridge where they say proceeded to unlift. Much calmer and wider now, and it's pretty beautiful. Isn't that nice? Aren't those people nice too? Yeah.
Go away.
What are you guys? Oops, sorry.
Ema can see it better than I can.
Yes, you can. She doesn't see color. It's really hard to.
But she can, her zoom is better than mine.
Yeah, it goes tight.
Look at this in here.
And here's his meat.
For her, it's much bigger.
You'll also see it on a screen that's much bigger.
And I,
This is where those ducks are sitting. Actually a little behind me. Lovely area. And in the background, more loveliness. I love mountains. Mountains really turn me on. Come on, clear up. Look at that crazy guy on the suspension bridge they built here. This is the fifth bridge. They're goony birds, aren't they? Let's focus in on those goony birds. Come on, goony birds, make it move! Very nice the way they built this bridge, huh? I guess the current's so strong. Okay, I'm going out on the beach too. For some reason they're getting further and further away. What's happening? There's that water underneath. You want to see? Let's go see. came from. Lovely day, lovely morning. There isn't even a view area, but the sun on the water is so beautiful, and on the trees. Nice path, nice walk.
We are now standing on the first bridge. Right beneath us is this amazing, huge waterfall. Goes all the way down. It's really amazing to see. We are now up from the waterfall. There's a pretty neat rapid here. Very nice.
We're about to go in that. And there are that many people also waiting to go. And we're going up there.
We have to stay in line.
And then from the top of the mountain, we can walk to the higher summit. This is one of the Whistler Mountains. Also in Jasper. We're still in Jasper.
Here's my mommy taking a big, big bear for a walk. Look at him. This bear is called Jasper Tramway. Now look at this weird bear by him.
Okay, now.
That's it?
Yeah, well, don't worry.
But I wouldn't do this far if I were you. Very bad for
Move your arm.
Can you hold this?
You're getting ready to get have something going on.
Yeah, we have a bear here. We are now on the tramway, going up to the top of the mountain.
I am.
Go around, you can see the valley. It's very pretty. That's where we were, and we waited in that long line.
We're ready to die.
But now we're on our way up.
Daddy. Bye-bye.
Past this.
Mountain range directly to my right or to the east.
Ooh, battery's going.
Lane Mountain Range was named by early French
Hey,
explorers
there's another one.
because they had a lot of problems when they first tried to explore this area. They lost a lot of men and horses, so they named it Moline. If you translate that to English, it means evil or wicked. Okay. And now for the two rivers, you'll see the Mayette River. You can see it down on this side of the car if you look down into the trees. And on this side of the car as well. It's kind of brown. It looks like a snake.
This morning.
And it joins the Athabasca River, which is on this side of the car, extending north and south. Right? If you look at the Athabasca River, you'll notice it's kind of a really weird color. It's kind of greenish, milky. The reason behind this is that it originates in the Columbia ice fields. And when the glaciers are moved together, they create a really fine silt. And this goes into the river, giving it that color. And one more thing, the lakes. The three lakes just on the other side of the river there
This is not scary at all.
are called Lake Edith, which is the farthest one away, and then Lake Edith, and then Lac Beauvert as they get closer to us. And if you look through the back windows, you see two lakes that look like they're almost joined. They're really close together. Those are Pyramid and Patricia Lakes. pyramid being
We're now way on the top of the ski lift. Only the one pan. So we can see this lovely scene down here with all the lakes and all the mountains in the background. Here we're coming to the restaurant on the top of the cable car. Maybe I'll walk to the other side to pan the other. Here's the other side. Jasper and mountains and mountains and mountains. That's a particularly nice one. And we're back home. Shire, the view, we're noticing the colors of the water here. Look at the various lakes and the river. They're all affected by the glaciers and by the powder, the glacial flour, rock flour.
Yes.
David, don't move me. And you can see it very clearly here. Here we go down.
Control Upper Terminal. Upper Terminal, go ahead. Can I please have a 2 o'clock water reading? 10-4.
Is Toby still up there?
Yeah, he's going up to the top.
Up to the summit?
Yeah.
Just for a walk? Oh, yeah. That's nice. You guys are busy up there?
Hey?
You guys are busy up there?
Yeah, just look around.
Yes.
We're getting to tree line.
Because when we were at the tower before, we were 1/3 the way up, eh? So we have to go more than...
The other car's coming.
The other car's almost gone. Way too
Okay.
You know how you can tell when the car's coming? The wires get closer. On this side, you see these 2 wires?
Ah, right. On the top of the car.
There she comes. Clings together.
There's the other car. There it is.
You're gonna feel a slight, well, you're gonna feel a sinking sensation as we go by the tower, something like an elevator. Here we go.
Oh, joy. Hey, David. How was that?
We just went over the tower. Wow, look at this rock wall.
It looks wild.
Beautiful. Really nice wall.
Have you ever been to the...
Hear that noise? This is Athabasca Falls. We'll have to get a little further away to even get there. Right? It's coming down from all over the place. There's a little side fall next to the main fall. There's the main fall. It's a front hole
Better sit down
with the waterfall.
Here. Must have done that 10,000
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah,
They couldn't be doing that now.
this is what I was talking about. I'm feeling this spray here. There's the water. Here it is again. goes out to the river. It's a short distance. Oh wow, what a lot of power. No, I want water again. Yeah. What a pretty picture. Maybe tell us something.
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 Wow, that was fascinating, both of you. I'm glad to hear it. Rainbow, rainbow. That's not all the water. There are a few viewpoints we can see this. I did.
There's another one.
Another waterfall over here.
Another rainbow.
Another rainbow?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Very nice. That's the same rainbow, I think, that goes all the way over to here.
Is this the same rainbow?
Look at it. Even begin to get this waterfall. We're standing practically on top of it, watching that huge quantity of water just pouring in. Wow. Really amazing. Let's whitewater raft a little. Start there. Go down here. And down to here. And look at that hole, how the water jumps up. We are at Schwartz Falls, and there's an island in the middle of the Schwartz River, and a waterfall. And it goes down with a lot of water. Debbie, go walk across that log down there. And this is where they come out. All that water coming out and forming this gorge. Looking straight down at the swirling water. Oh, huh. Here's that island again. I'm actually sitting in the falls. Oh, there's water flowing in the right direction, right? And here's where the falls are. This here is a huge waterfall.
Here all it's nice. Actually, I'm just fooling you. That's the waterfall.
Just for the fun of it, let's look in the other direction again. Isn't that nice? We're getting so used to these scenes. I must admit, at no point are we saying, oh, that's another mountain. It's really exciting seeing every peak and every mountain range and all the types of mountains and glaciers and everything. Wonderful area. I recommend it to anyone. We also don't get tired of gorgeous gorges. Ho, ho. We'll let Maggie back again to take more pictures. This is looking as that water gushes out of the gorge. We were there before. Looking straight down at that.
Nice about that is
are passing such gorgeous mountains, right, David? Right,
Yes.
Shai? Say something about this nice ride.
It's pretty.
You're brilliant.
That giant lake down there.
Look how pretty these mountains are here. Keep going, Shai. That's good. Getting closer and closer to the Columbia ice field, and we're seeing more snow and ice on the mountains, and more glaciers. And here's my favorite mountain. This is Shyhead Mountain. These people think I'm very strange for some reason. Look at this valley we're coming into. We're closer to the mountains we were looking at before. Again, forests all over the place. This time the river is a little swampy, but there are purple flowers all over the areas that are sticking out. More mountains and glaciers over there. That's an avalanche area with all the trees knocked down. You can see the bare spots coming down. And that's a cirque. That comes from the French. It's the circle that a glacier forms in the mountain, and then the remains of the glacier are in the cup of that bowl. And it's very often deep because it chunks. The Columbia ice field is up there, with a glacier right there in the middle coming off of it. Lots of snow.
Oh, wow.
And look over here, isn't it nice?
Snow-capped mountain. How do you turn on the bright lights, Dad?
Okay.
Good.
This is the Stutfield Glacier. And it's coming off the Columbia ice field, right?
What's the name of the mountain? Mount Stuthers?
Now, who?
Mount Stuthers over to there.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it's Mount Kitchener.
I can't see.
That's the pointy one?
No,
Mount Kitchener's.
that's the flat one.
The flat one with all the snow?
Yeah. There's a Columbia ice field on it.
Yeah, when you pan across the bar inside the car, the camera refocuses itself and everything you do.
Yeah, but I try to go fast there and refocuses fast.
Much better to.
They pushed me out of the car to take another picture. Because they think this scene is beautiful.
David, come out here. Look at this.
That in particular, it's so nice with the sun gleaming on the ice. That's the Columbia ice field up there. I suggested a climb to Parker Ridge, which was listed in the pamphlet as being a mild series of switchbacks. Well, we made it. mild is compared to Mount McKinley or the Himalayas,
You're exaggerating.
but what a view.
Turning too slowly.
That is the Saskatchewan Glacier, very long glacier. And at the top, what looks like snow is just a quick pan of the view. We're going up from here around Kicking Horse Campground. I'm standing right next to the shower room of the campground. And you get a view like this. There's our camper. We didn't stay here, but we will next time. This is magnificent. This is the other view. A gorgeous mountain. And it just keeps going around. One peak after another. One mountain after another. Back there, there's another one. Very nice campground.
Yeah.
This is 380 meters of
350.
waterfall. It's called Waterfall Falls. Right near the campground we were just in. This is in Yoho National Park. The ride up here was magnificent, of course. There's mountains crowding the way. This is one free fall. That ledge is probably just hitting against rock. And it's just pouring over it. Let's take a closer look. Look how this is just jumping out from the
Bring it here, please.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Especially in that one spot. So,
Would you like to set the video up on here also and get us all three in it?
here we are, just looking at the other side. We're right next to the waterfall. You can hear it. But just to make you realize that it's not the only spectacular thing in the area. We have here, he's gone, the spectacular boy. We have here a spectacular man who climbed halfway up the waterfall. One last look. This looks like a bridal veil. It comes out so fine. And it's gray and it's freezing cold. Last view of this waterfall. Here's the whole thing together.
Can I see what it looks like when you get done?
This is on the way down from Patrickville Falls. The two rivers come together. City area too. This is the two spiral tunnels of the railroad. This is the way they're built to overcome a steep grade. This is a model of it. The two horseshoe-shaped tunnels overcome the grade that was in the center section, which is now a highway. And you can see one of the tunnels clearly over here.
Wow.
This is Natural Bridge in Yoho National Park. There's this water form. And underneath it gushes into a giant whirlpool sort of thing and flows out. Let's take a closer look. That is a Cree Indian who is walking on Natural Bridge. What? The bridge. What are you doing to me? Not so great from here. Yeah, it's pretty great from here. I have to take this lake from back here, because if I get any closer, you won't be able to see the mountain at all. Very nice area. Still in Yoho. You put a date on? There's a date. This wouldn't be a bad place to come for a vacation.
Let's come here on our 50th wedding anniversary.
There's a lodge. That's a good idea. I accept.
37 years. Maybe still
We've
around.
been married 15 years already.
I want to hear some loud moaning. Come on. Come on, more moaning.
Oh, we wait half of our life for
Let me see David. He's hiding behind you moaning. Oh, there he is. He's walking away. We've been walking down this lush forest trail. We're still at Emerald Lake. It's out there. And it's very lush here, and it reminds us of Hoh rainforest. And there you can see a nurse log with new trees growing on it. Exciting. You taking a picture of me? We're starting the Giant Cedars Trail at Mount Levistoke National Park. Date 1st of August. It's a gorgeous trail. Want to see a cedar? These trees are 800 years old. It's a lovely forest. There's a young cedar, a curly hair cedar. That's the one waving. And a blonde cedar. That's the roots of the tree that's fallen over. Brilliant. Goes out there. You can hear the stream, right? We've seen such different kinds of areas. This is so beautiful, this forest. There's a little spring, or a little stream running along here. There's so many kinds of plants and things. Is that pit next to me again?
Guess what?
Let's look at a log. And that pretty stream. It goes on and on. And there's a waterfall going through it. Isn't that nice?
Lovely stuff there. Holy bluebird.
Well, this is an imaginative looking flower. That plant I just showed was Devil's Club. That's what all of this stuff is. The one with the red flowers sticking up.
What red flowers?
Back there, that plant with all the thorns had a cone of red flowers at the top.
Here, I'll let you know. Right.
Okay.
You have to
Can you
fast,
see the
otherwise
redness?
it will be really boring.
Of this tree? This is one of the red cedars. And look what it's doing. It fell over. And that tree's holding it. And I was holding up both of them.
Yeah. And redwoods are just tiny.
Let's see if we can get a feel for how nice this place is. It's so serene with the slight sound of water in the background and the smell of cedars. We're walking on this nice path, a boardwalk. Very pleasant. This is that devil's whatever it was. Except there's not flowers, it's berries.
Look how the middle of the tree is all...
We're now on Skunk Cabbage Trail. That's skunk cabbage. In Revelstoke National Park. This is a rainforest. And it's right by a river with mountains on the other side. With every imaginable kind of plant, berries, ferns, all along the path. And the path itself is so nice. It's wood chips. So you're walking on soft wood chips all the time. When you walk along these paths, it's really like walking through a kind of fairy book or a fairy tale type of path in the woods. It's just soft and you hear the river out there. It's a shame you can't smell it because sometimes you smell cedars, sometimes you smell pine. That's looking into the middle of a skunk cabbage. Look as if it'll eat you up. All through this park there are points where you can stop and read the book. They've talked about all the different kinds of animals or plants in the area. This is a swampy area. Just saw a duck before. Last night we saw a woodpecker. This is a red-headed woodpecker, but the one we saw was blue, but it was pecking away at the tree. Very beautifully done, this park. David! We have here a curly-headed, blue and gray striped shoulder pecker bird. And this is a pink-breasted, mustached eagle bird. They're going away. And these are the mountains surrounding us. Nice. Oops, where'd he go? I lost the dragonfly. And we lost the muskrat we just saw.
Too bad.
There's a little frog. Isn't he cute? He's on a leaf right in the middle of this area. The swampy area.
I'll check that one.
With all sorts of skunk cabbage in it. Before we started on this trail, they said, don't let your children eat any of the berries, because some of them are poisonous. And I can see why they warn you, because some of them are really delectable looking. They're so luscious looking. Don't they look ready to eat? Here are some other kinds of berries. And here are some more of those other berries we had seen. Just look at that. Mmm. Good stuff. This is liable to come out more like a slideshow. There's the mountain. But I'm doing small bits, but I'll learn whether that's good to do in a video or not. This is right at the entrance on this bridge. There's a skunk cabbage. And there we're going out into the river, the Silhouette River. And up on the other side, you can't see a thing. There's the mountain again. A lot of the parks have these nice picnic areas. They're really set up in case it rains too, so there's a lot of rain here. And all of them have beautiful mountains.
Wow, look at this
We
view.
are on the summit of Mount
Mushroom.
Revelstoke at Mount Revelstoke National Park in British Columbia.
Hit her on the head with it.
Mom,
Don't get in my way.
Mom,
Yes,
catch a snowball.
Wait till she
don't
comes.
throw it.
Want to fight? I'll have a snowball fight with you.
I have to move a little to see the rest.
Mom, catch.
And here's some more of it. Just everywhere you look are snow-capped mountains. And we're about to go on a meadow walk. More over there. This building is the summit. These are subalpine snowball fighters.
I'm a bad shot. Because I can hit you instead of throwing at him, right?
No, where's the fight?
That's at least 30 days.
Probably not the first time it's happened to you, right?
Oh, I get hit almost every day.
No, not at me. I have the cameras. You are lucky, mister.
Israel. They're far away. Holy smoke. I know you get lots of snow there.
Yeah, well, we have a mountain that
Ah,
we have
nice
snow on the way
lake.
there. Jerusalem gets snow.
You're right, it does.
Not every year. But probably 2 out of 3.
A
Doesn't
year that
stay.
isn't a drought.
Yeah.
No.
It melts quickly.
Yeah, it's only 2,500 feet up.
That's quite low.
Very beautiful area.
There you go, Pete.
This is where we're going right now.
Yeah, copper.
And here is our guide, our ranger.
Out on the bottom.
Here we have a challenge. Tell us, challenger, what is your name?
My name is David the Dark.
Tell me, David the Dark, how are you going to win in this fight?
I'm going to cheat and do foul deeds.
Who are you challenging, David the Dark? Who are you, sir?
Side is superior
And how are you going to win today, Shai?
by skill and cunning and goodness that always wins over fear and superstition and evil and darkness.
Okay, Shai and David, Shai the what? Superior. And David the Dark to the battlefield.
I'm not sure if to walk over here.
Why not?
Because the crevasses here.
So you fall in. Okay, David the Dark, you're gonna get it.
Who's winning?
He got me.
It's close. Shai the Superior got it in the chest. David the Dark is running away. The winner, raise your right arm. There are beautiful flowers in the meadow here. This is a glacier lily. And we've been seeing heather too. I took pictures of heather the other day. I don't know what these little white flowers are, but they're lovely too. And this whole field is just covered with these flowers. I can't stop taking pictures of the mountains around here. And the clouds today are so beautiful too. Oops, can't see them in that direction.
And David Schwartz will try to do a nearly impossible feat. That is, start a campfire using no paper. He took some firewood, cut it down to small shavings, and here we are in Yard Creek Provincial Park, British Columbia, on our way from Glacier National Park to Vancouver. We just got here a while ago. David is attempting this almost impossible, never performed before feat. What do I see? A tiny little fire. Can he do it? Can he do it?
Is he writing with that paper?
When's the last time you put the date on this?
Today.
Oh.
Every one again.
Not lighting.
Want a tissue?
No, I have paper here.
It doesn't work this time. I guess the Abba, the master, will have to get involved to do it.
If I give up. I'm not good lighting fires.
We are in Yard Creek Provincial Park near Sycamoose. And our diligent son is chopping wood like any good lad. Beautiful park. Look at this. Look at this campground. And here's our picnic table with our wine ready. And that man over there is lighting a fire. Trying to light a fire.
With no paper.
With no paper. How are you doing, Shy? It looks like it's lit.
Not very well. Pretty soon I'm going to give up and do it with paper.
I'm going to tell your son. He's going to be recorded. I see a flame. I think I panned a little fast that time. So let's look again at what's surrounding us. You don't see another camper in sight, do you? Pretty good. Meanwhile, Diligent David is taking this wood and chopping it. Well, what, that's done already?
Of course, I'm cutting up medium size now.
That one didn't go so well.
Who said that?
It's because I'm watching, huh? Look how many he's done so far.
And there are more by the fire.
Let's see, Diligent David. Ah, there you go. Good move. Back to the fire. Look what Great Shy has done with the fire. With no paper. Just by rubbing two Boy Scouts together. It's even making smoke. And it smells so good in this place. the trees smell and the campfire is smelling good.
Debbie's having a good time over there.
Yep. That's Diligent David and Shy the Superior. We have before us the results of Diligent David's efforts. Will you look at that? But Superlative Shy is going to resort to paper to start the fire anyway. And Jazzy Judith is meanwhile drinking wine.